Hello, and welcome back to Last Dream World Unknown. The cave on the left is what we explored at the end of the last episode, and I've since been back to town to save at the inn, but there's this crazy boss monster here, and it occurs to me, even if I can't necessarily get the reward anytime soon, the Gargantuan Golem. I would still get a lot of experience probably fighting him, and so I decided I wanted to give him a shot. And I think I'll start things off by blessing the monk, since I have a feeling he's going to do the most damage. And what was it? Crumble is reducing the magic damage, magic defense of enemies. So let's start with the crumble, and then we'll have the black mage try to deal a bunch of damage. Wow. Okay, my monk could barely hit him for whatever reason. So blessing the monk is not necessarily going to help a whole lot. But the thief was. I wonder why that is. I guess let's also have the thief mug, just in case he can steal some useful items. And we'll have the monk attack once more. And then let's go ahead and cast Citadel to give ourselves extra defenses. And sure, let's start with an implosion on this guy. Okay, the monk's hitting for a fair amount now. So I could try blessing the thief as well. Looks like I need to heal up my monk, though, because he just took a whole lot of damage. Implosion did pretty well, so that's good. And so let's go ahead and try mugging again. Let's try attacking again. Let's do a cure. Where's my cure spell? Here we go, on the monk. And this time we will try... Let's try darkness on this guy. Actually, no, let's try ice. No, let's try fire. I feel like he's an earth kind of guy, and so fire seems like it might be the thing that's gonna do something good. Okay, didn't manage to steal anything. Ah, darn it. Alright, well, my cure spell got redirected after the monk died. But we can bring him back to life. And I wasn't paying attention to notice how much the fire spell did. Darn it. Alright, let's bring... I'll just bring the monk back to life in whatever due time it happens. And yeah, we'll do another implosion. That seemed to work pretty well. We need to get our magic damage off while we have the opportunity. And I really haven't been paying good enough attention to see... Have I gotten like a third of this guy's hit points down yet? Not sure. Yeah, not really. Done more like 20% of the damage. Okay, so I'm going to try blessing the thief then. And let's try ice on him, just for some variety. Alright, but the monk is no longer blessed, since he took a death. And so he's barely hitting for anything, so we'll see if the thief has a little bit better. And ice seems to do pretty well, but we'll probably need to reduce the magic defenses of that guy once again. I'm going to do a healing steal, since we have some guys who could use some healing. And on the monk... I guess, what does he have? Healing Trance, 200 hit points, turns a regen for state for 5 turns. Let's give that a try, because I'm not sure that I've used that before. And let's... Let's also do something else that could possibly help the party overall, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Give me faster. Actually, let's do that one. And let's cast Crumble on this guy again. And hopefully that means the Black Mage will be able to do a lot of good things. Okay, there's the Healing Trance. Great. Yeah, but he's dead. And I presume that's probably ends the Healing Trance? Or will that still last, even though he was dead? I'm not sure. And these boss battles, I don't know, I feel like they're a little bit frequent. And so... I wonder how people feel about them, and if I should be showing all of them, or none of them, or more of them, or less of them. Probably not none of them. I doubt anyone would want to see none of the boss battles. Oh, darn it. He's so nimble, that giant boulder. Alright. Monk is back to life. This should deal like 5,000 damage with Implosion. Oh no, it's only 2,500. What dealt the 5,000 before? I don't remember what it was now. Let's try another healing steal. And since the monk is not doing much damage, let's try the healing trance again. And let's try blessing, I think the thief again. And I guess maybe it was the fire that did so much damage. I need to pay more attention, because I feel like the Black Mage managed to deal like 5,000 damage on one of his turns, and I need that. Alright, Thief's been blessed again, but he's going to need a fast cure, probably. Yeah, that only did 1,000 damage. Alright, he should keep attacking. Giant Killer is unlikely to work. I guess let's just have him attack. And let's do the fast cure. Wherever it is. There we go, on the Thief. And let's try Thunder for a change. Sure. Alright, the good news is the damage is being spread around the party. And so next round I might just do a heal by the White Mage. Do I need a fast heal? Let's do a fast heal just to be sure that we get it off. And let's try... Oh, it was Atomic Flare maybe that did it. Let's try Atomic Flare. Alright, fast heal. Everyone's in pretty good shape hit points wise. Monk is doing hardly any damage. Atomic Flare, 1381. Yeah, it didn't get a critical that time. And how is this guy doing? Gosh, I've only got him down like a third of the hit points. Okay, I probably will end up editing out some of this battle. Oh, I've never used this. 2,500 hit points, non-elemental damage to one enemy, Annihilation. That sounds pretty good. Let's see how that works against this guy. Ooch. Demolish. That was a big ouchie right there. I see another heal in my future. Oh, 11,000 damage. Okay, Annihilation. New favorite spell. Alright, I've done a Crumble to reduce his magic defense, and I have another Annihilation coming up, and so I'm hoping this is going to deal a ton of damage. My Black Mage is barely hanging on by a thread here. Ah, it only got 5,500. Bummer. Oh no, my White Mage just went down. We are close to the end of the battle, hopefully, but that's pretty unfortunate. I need my Thief to attack, because my Thief currently has a lot of buffs on him right now. But I wonder... Resurrection Elixir resurrects one ally and restores 25% hit points. I'm going to go ahead and use that on the White Mage, because I'd like the White Mage to get the experience from this battle. And my Black Mage has run out of hit points, and so actually I should have my... Yeah, I should have the... Yes. I should have the Monk do a heal, and I should have the Black Mage use the Resurrection Elixir on the White Mage. Since the Black Mage doesn't really have anything else to do. Oh, darn. If the Thief misses, that's bad, since he's the only one who's dealing damage right at the moment. Oh no, and he just cast Rock Skin, which I have a feeling is going to be bad for me. We will try... Let's have this Thief try Backstab, which should be able to hit harder. Let's have the Monk go back to attacking, and let's have the White Mage heal the entire party. And the Black Mage, I think it's time to use some kind of magic potion here. A large magic potion would be 100, huge magic potion is 250. Yeah, let's use one of those. Use it on yourself. Yuck. Yeah, after this guy did Rock Skin, he's hardly taking any damage at all. Of course, he does it right at the end of the battle. Ah, now the Black Mage is dead. Alright, so let's see. Do I have a strategy? I believe my strategy... Oh, he's so low. Will be... Let's have you do a healing trance again. Although I think everybody's still healing, but it might be the case that... Oops. If I cast Fast Life, that the healing trance will be applied to the Black Mage after he comes back to life. Let's hope that's the case. My White Mage is getting low on hit points, magic points as well. Alright, so the Backstab allows me to get super criticals, which is pretty cool. And now that the Black Mage... Right, he still doesn't have the magic points. Okay, so let's have you use a huge magic potion on the Black Mage. Let's have you cast Heal on the party once more. And you I guess just need to guard for 1 round until we actually get some magic points in you. Quit missing, thief. I really need you to help out right now. You have a job to do. Alright, so we're going to attack. I guess at this point, the monk can just attack. At this point, the white mage can cast another heal just in case we take a bunch of damage. And now that you have magic points again, you are going to cast... Implosion? No, Annihilation. Oh, I don't have enough for Annihilation. Gosh darn it. I guess Implosion might be enough. Let's try it. He's getting really low on hit points. Oh, the monk's damage is completely inconsequential at this point. I'm glad I cast the heal, because everybody needs it. An Implosion. Oh, that'll almost finish him off. He's so close. Yeah, a second Implosion. Yeah, could do some good things. I'm going to bless the thief, and I won't be able to cast Implosion without a cooldown, though. I could try Iconic Flare. Or I could try Fire 8. Let's try Fire 8, just to deal more damage. Alright, Thief hardly did any damage there. Oh no, and the White Mage is down again! Gosh darn it! Oh boy. Okay, so at this point, I need to have... The Thief could still do some damage, so he can still attack. You need to bring the White Mage back to life, and so you'll use a Resurrection Elixir, and you need to get some magic points again, and so let's use another huge magic potion. Alright, White Mage is back. Black Mage has magic points again. And so now... we might be able to do something good. Let's heal the party again to try to keep everyone alive. And let's do another Implosion, and this might kill him. But yes, once again, this ended up totally being a war of attrition. And I ended up having to use consumable items, and I was kind of at the end of my rope. I guess I have consumable magic damage items. That didn't even really occur to me. I should be having this guy, for example, use a... you know, like a Black Hole Bomb, or an Electroblast Bomb, or an Inferno Bomb. Let's try an Inferno Bomb, since I've got 3 of them. And the White Mage at this point, I guess, can just... oh, can just sit back and guard, since she's practically out of magic points. And you can do one more attack. We'll have you do... fire, sure. Inferno Bomb! Yes! That was the strategy I should have been using all along. I could have had the monk or the white mage dealing damage with some of my consumable bombs. And we managed to earn 27,000 experience. Alright, so that's good. And some skill points. And we got a mysterious stone. Fascinating. Alright, I think it's time for me to head back to town, so I'm gonna go rest at the inn, and then we'll figure out what to do next. Alright, back to the same spot. Abandoned Tunnel East is just here to my south. Can I interact with this sign? Many adventurers sought treasure in the massive labyrinth within. Return with riches? They do not. The Mercenaries Guild. So this was the path I was told not to take. And I think I just kind of like peeked inside. Darfall, King of Sparta. So I'm kind of curious. The tunnel key unlocks the gate. Right, I was given the tunnel key back in Rockwood by the leader of the Mercenaries Guild when he said, you should take the north path, but in case you decide to take the south path, here's the key. If I'm recalling correctly. But I never actually came through here. And now that I'm a bit stronger in terms of my character's levels... Alright, yeah, it seems like enemies that I've encountered before in other places. So yeah, I'm feeling good about exploring this place, and since we're here, I figured while it's close by, I might as well do it before I go exploring on other continents. So that's what I've chosen to do next. And this battle, yeah, seems like it will be pretty straightforward. And in fact, it will probably be over on screen momentarily, so I can keep you with me. Alright, great. Got some guys climbing towards the next level up, which is terrific. And here's a spot where I could use a mining bomb. So let's do that. And find some treasure. Full potion. Great. So what else do we have in here? I like the music in this place. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's read this, and then we'll go check out that cave in the back wall. This stone bears ancient dwarven engravings. You can make out only a portion. Codex of Korg. The rest is unreadable. Alright. Right, they called it a labyrinth. I should be wary of the fact... I'm going to do follow the left wall in here for the moment. I should be wary of the fact that I may get easily lost in this place. And recipes. I've been accumulating recipes, and next time I make it back to... I guess the town of Court is the most nearby place that has a place that I can do synthesis with crafting ingredients. I really need to check out all the recipes that I have and see if I can... Interesting that this just kind of took me to nowhere. I guess I remember that from the first game as well. Sometimes you would quote-unquote waste your mining bombs in places that they don't really help you. And so I guess that's an example of that. And so far it hasn't been quite as windy and twisty as I imagined. Okay, there are spikes there. And I don't know what control would affect those spikes. And so it seems like I'm going to have to come back there later if I want to try to get whatever is inside that treasure chest. And for simple battles with only 1 or 2 enemies, I don't even bother spending magic points because my thief and my monk do a pretty good job of taking out enemies on their own. Alright, but it looks like I'm going to have to backtrack and see if I can find the switch that will unlock that thing. So there's a hole in the ground over here, and one over here, and, okay, a big pillar, and some more spiky things. Yeah, okay, this is somewhat labyrinthine. I guess I'll try to go to the holes in the order that I encounter them, and so I'll climb down this one next. And try not to get too lost. Oh, I see. That just brings us down to this lower level. Okay. That's fantastic because... Oh, and there's even a save spot over here. Save your game? Sure. Let's do it in slot 3. Sure, why not? Okay, the fact that there's a save thing right before this doorway kind of suggests that something awful might happen in the doorway. I'm curious to see what's inside here. Oh, another way to climb down. Very good chance I'm going to get lost and confused with all these different passageways. But rather than try to have a strategy in mind, I think I'm just going to begin going any which way and just hope that eventually I'm going to circle around and find all the things. Okay, those enemies were eliminated and I've started walking. Interesting. It's like piles of gold or something? I can't seem to interact with them. Started walking further through this, it seems kind of like a, I don't know, underground thing that's taking me deeper and deeper. Wow, look at all the treasure over there, and a switch. Okay, that bodes well. I feel like I'm heading in the right direction. Let's go ahead and use a mining bomb. I'll use them relatively indiscriminately. I'm not sure how many I have in my inventory right at the moment. Resurrection elixir. Fantastic. I used one of those recently. So it's good to have another one coming back to me. I'm worried that reading the sign is going to cause me to take damage. I think I'll take the risk, though. In the beginning, there was Brimir, the first dwarf. On the first day, Brimir was lonely and brought from the nothingness 10 more of his kind. For the next 3 days, each dwarf brought 10 more of their kind into the world. Oh... According to legend, how many dwarves, including Brimir, were in existence after 4 days? So he brought 10, they brought 10, which would be 100, they brought 10, which would be 1,000, they brought 10, which would be 10,000. So 10,000 plus the 1,000 plus the 100 plus the 10 plus the 1 that's Brimir, so 11111, I think? Yeah, I like that answer. Let's do 11111. Although, does Brimir... Oh, dear. If Brimir brings in 10 more the next day... This will probably be wrong. But let's go ahead and try it. Yeah, so let's read it again more carefully. Each dwarf, including the dwarves that had brought in more from the previous day, brought in 10 more of their kind. Okay, so let's try this again. We start out with 1, then we bring in 10 more, so now there's 11. Then we bring in 10 more, which is 110, plus the original 11 is 121. It's like 11 squared. And we bring in 10 more of that, and it would be 1210 plus the original 121, which is 1331. So yeah, then it's going to be 14641 on the final day. So I believe that's the answer. There we go. And how much damage did I take? Yeah, a fair amount. Let's use the white mage to heal the damage that I took from those spikes. But I enjoy this game because it has type of puzzles that appeal to me and I don't think you find in other games all that often. Rejuvenating cloak. Oh, and an emerald cloak. Great. The black mage can wear that, I believe. He's currently wearing an emerald robe. No, cloak. Oh, it's a cloak. So that would be an increase in his defenses, but once again, I think I prefer... Oops. Keep forgetting that I can, on the screen, change characters now. I want to have it on the white mage, because my white mage has been dying and needs to die less. Alright, fantastic. So that's a nice little upgrade. Here's some more piles of gold, which I expect I also will not be able to interact with. And here's another battle. After the first round of battle, I find most of my characters silenced by the spectral slimes, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'm going to have my white mage cast... Is it Panacea? Cures all status effects for the party. Yes. Let's do that to try to unsilence everybody all at once. And just because I hardly ever use these things, Hellfire Bomb, sure. While the black mage can't cast any spells, let's just have him throw a bomb out onto the battlefield for some fun variety. Electrostatic Discharge. Okay, and that gets rid of the silence. Electrostatic Discharge will just do a little bit of damage. I can live with that. The bomb does a little bit of damage to everybody. Alright. After finishing that battle, we can read this. Completely worn away. Alright, I was wrong. We cannot read it. We cannot read it at all. Ooh, hey, we found money inside these. Not a ton of money. Oh, that one had a bit. Alright, this is good. We like getting more money. And what I'm really excited about is what's going to be over here, because these look like a lot of unguarded chests. 15,000 gold, great. Large magic potion, that's very nice. Recipe for a bastion sword, that sounds terrific. We can turn the lever green, which is probably going to be good for us. Alright, lots and lots of gold. How much gold do I have at this point? 353,000. I think I just had like 300,000 a couple episodes ago when I was first going to steal the boat, and so it's definitely been going up and up. And furthermore, that appears to have been a dead end, and so now I can just backtrack and not have to worry about getting lost. Alright, now we're back to here. And I wonder if I can see what that lever may have interacted with. It wasn't the spikes on the left. I can still see them. Oh, but there are spikes up here that are currently down, and so maybe that lever helped to do that. I don't remember if I've been up there. I don't think that I had been yet. Got another inscription. The ancient Dwarven engraving is well preserved in this tablet of marble. It reads, "Stand for rules within the fanged darkness, for beyond y'all 1,000 proud ancestors welcoming ye in the warrior's light." Alright. Some of these are hard to read, but I mostly get the sense of them. Let's use a mining bomb and find another chest with the giant potion. That's great. Traveling further down this hallway. Oh, brings us around here. Okay. So I kind of just went in a circle, I think? Yeah, that brings me back over here, but I haven't gone... No, that's where I originally came in. There's no way to go down here, but I haven't been over here yet, I don't think. So let's check out this path. Hopefully I won't decide that it's looking familiar and that I've already been here. No, I've definitely not been here, because I would have used a mining bomb, I expect. Alright. Here's another treasure chest with Remedy potion. Alright, that one's a little bit boring. And further down the passageway, we have another battle. Enemies defeated. I'm continuing down this hallway, which goes a long way down. Oh, and brings me up here. Wait, do I know where this is? Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm going in circles. Okay, but I pulled that lever and now these things are down, I think is what happened. Okay. The Dwarven language was upon the stone as the precursor to modern Dwarven text. It reads, "Where thy hammers travels, let thy reputation travel first." Reputation travel first. Okay. I don't know that I'm learning much useful from these Dwarven inscriptions. But they're still kind of fun to read. And I guess let me hug the left wall once again to start. Okay, let's place a mining bomb here. I should really check out how many mining bombs I have in my inventory. Although, honestly, I don't have any reason to choose to use them in one location or another. It's kind of always a gamble whether it's going to be a useful place to use one or not, and so I might as well just use them until they run out. And not worry about it, so I think I won't bother checking how many of them I have. Okay, but now we reach a point where there are spikes once again, and looks like there'll be a chest over there if I can undo the spikes, but I don't know how to do that yet. Okay, swinging around to the right-hand side here, there's this wall, and I can't get through it all. Alright, and so maybe this will bring me to the other side of that. Gonna hug the left wall on this side. Okay, this brings me to this chest. Well, that's good. Recipe for shield hat. Is that what that was called? Shield hat? It's kind of a weird name for a thing, in my opinion. A weird name for a thing. I presume it's a piece of armor, rather than just calling it a thing. Soft potion. That would cure stone. It's useful to have some of those on hand in case my white mage gets turned to stone. Vocalizer serum will be useful as well for white mage, in case they get silenced. You can barely make out the inscription. Through Zupper intellect, we stand guard within our fortifications over our enemies. Okay. And there's a switch on the wall. I'll pull it. I presume turning red to green is usually a good thing. Rejuvenating elixir is fantastic. And hopefully that switch will have done something good for me in the future. You can see, obviously, there's another switch over there, but we'll have to take a different route to get there. When we get through another battle. Alright, so going over to the right side of this particular one, it doesn't look like there's anything I can get to over here. Alright, so it seems like... Actually, did I try going this way? I see, that's the other side of this wall. Okay, I'm glad I noticed these little passages. And it doesn't look like there's anywhere I can get through over here. But I'm at least getting a better sense of how some bits of this connect, I think. Alright, and so now we're on the other side of that wall, it looks like. And over here... Another battle! Defeated those monsters. Let's see what this one says. Hold this hallowed tunnel ere fall, and before you last breath, lock down every switch and damn every enemy to eternal Itzulton. Not sure what the last bit was there. Alright, but apparently it's saying we want to pull every switch. So, good. That's what I've been trying to do. If only I can figure out how to get to all of these different locations. Alright, is there anything else on this side? No. Okay, so I think we pulled all the switches kind of in this upper branch. So now I can backtrack and see if any of the lower things have become reachable. In the last battle, my white mage got silenced, a battle that just took place off camera, and so having the vocalizer serum is going to be very valuable, because I can do that, and now my white mage can cast spells again, and now I can have her cure all the rest of the party. Alright, I'll confess that I'm turned around, but I found a good dead end that has 3 chests, so that is a happy find. I'll continue wandering. Okay, back out into this main room kind of place. And have I been up to this portion of it? Doesn't look like there's anything up here on this level, other than more bad guys. What a surprise. The bad guys have been defeated. This door is locked. I imagine perhaps if I hit all the switches it will get unlocked, and I imagine I must have already gone in here. Yeah, I think I've already been there. So let's see, we hit a bunch of switches, and I still haven't figured out what any of them have unlocked. Can I see over here? Those spikes are still up over there. And this door is also still locked. Trying to remember where it is that I could backtrack to. I think actually... No, this is not where I wanted to go. I think actually I do know where I want to go, and it's like back up in here somewhere, somehow. Where was it? Ah, right, up here. I remember when I was first trying to do things in order, I had climbed up here, and so I don't think I ever went down this one. So this is a new place to go, I believe. Yes, I don't recognize this. Okay, new is good. So let's continue down here. Piles of gold, once again. And more monsters. I'm just gonna escape. I'm a little bit tired of fighting the monsters down here at this point. And so my thief is pretty agile and is pretty good at escaping from monster attacks. This ancient dwarven inscription is nearly worn away. A dwarf prizes honorably all else. A dwarf prizes honor above all else. Got it. Alright, fair enough. I saw that there was a place to use a mining bomb over there. I will come back to it shortly. Doing my kind of skirt along the left wall technique in this area. Okay, treasure chests. What do you got for me? Thunder Ring. Cool. 20,000 gold. Also very cool. 10,000 gold. Very nice. Okay, Thunder Ring presumably just like protects you against lightning attacks or something like that, so I don't think anyone needs to wear that right at the moment in preference to anything else they're wearing. Let's place a mining bomb and see if there's any good treasure inside here. The answer is a recipe for a raiding helm. Alright, sounds good. Glad to have come down here. Let's try going up this one. Hey, a switch! Okay, I feel good about that, because I feel like that might be the first set of spikes that I got stopped by. I don't know why I have that feeling, but it just feels to me like that's what that switch would be connected to. So let's go up there and take a look. Oh, I attempted to escape, however they were unable to escape. It's actually the first time that's happened to me, but I haven't tried to flee all that often. And so now the enemies are going to get a free round of attacks on me. And should I try escaping again? I think I will. Alright, this time it worked. So I would like to get back to the location where I can spy these spikes over here. Ah, they're still up. Darn it. I really thought that might be what it is. It could be the case that it opened a gate. Door's still locked. So long as I'm here, sure, let's go ahead and save the game once again. I could try the door on the other side and see if it got unlocked, in case it did. Oh, it did! Hey! Okay, cool. So that's what that lever did. Presumably. And... okay, this is bringing us to a new spot. Great. And there's only one direction to go, which is also great, because it means I can't get more lost than I already am. So we like this. I still have about half my magic points on my black mage, I think. So I'm not too worried about running out of stuff, especially if I start escaping from battles. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that yet, but at some point I might need to like exit this cave and rest. It's at least crossed my mind as a possibility. Okay, here we go, look at this. Okay, there's another switch. I have no idea what that's going to be connected to. But I'm glad we got that one done. And then it looked like there was another branching path over here. Okay, I'll go in there on the way back. But I'm still kind of following the wall to my left. I'll get the mining thing on the way back. There's a tunnel. Okay. And we've got loot. Sentinel ring. Sentinel ring. What does a sentinel ring do? Let's actually take a look. Sentinel ring. Increases defense by 50. Okay. Actually, nothing's been trying to put us to sleep recently. I still kind of like having that accessory, though, just in case I do all of a sudden end up fighting some new monsters that could put me to sleep. Having the white mage be immune to that is pretty great. Alright, so mining bomb here. And we get... Oh, hey, I'm a digger! Achievement get. Hooray. And... Alright, we got some more consumable blast items. Those could be useful in the future. And back over here, there was another cave to go into. Oh, with a sign. This looks like a puzzle room. Would-be explorer, I've pieced together clues from Dwarven text, but I cannot stay here any longer. Here are the clues. May they be of more use to you. Gorney was born 43 years after the birth of Ragnar. Villanir is 20 years younger than Doromir. Doromir is 35 years older than Steinemir. Ragnar is 72 years older than Steinemir. Good luck on your journey. I see, we're probably going to have to place the 4 in order. Let me get a pen and paper and write some notes to myself, because I'm going to need to read that again. Alright, I have some chicken scratchings on a post-it note. Let's read the instructions. First Dwarven kings are remembered with reverence. In order of greatness, they are Gornir the Grey, Doromir the Blue, Steinemir the Yellow, Ragnar the Red, and Villanir the Green. Prove your Dwarven ancestry by ordering these 5 great Dwarven kings in order of their birth. Okay, I can do that. It is going to be... R is first, which is the red circle. So red is going to be first. The next one is going to be D, Doromir the Blue. So blue is going to be second. The next one is going to be G, the gray, okay. The next one is going to be V, Vladimir the Green. Okay, green is next. And the final one is going to be S, which is yellow. So it's red, blue, gray, green, yellow. Writing this down. Red, blue, gray, green, yellow. Alright, so... And I presume this says, put the first one, the eldest. Yeah, okay, so red's going to be the eldest. Great. So I can push these blocks, I presume? Yeah. So they've had pushable block puzzles before in the previous game, is how I immediately knew that I was going to be able to push these. Okay, blue is next. And then gray is next. And then green is next. And let's actually go ahead and push yellow here first. And then green. And I presume that switch over there would reset the puzzle if I screw things up, but I got it right. Hooray! Awesome. Regeneration potion. Neat. Resurrection elixir. These are very good potions. And a renewing potion. What is a renewing potion? I don't know off the top of my head. Let's go read what a renewing potion is. 50 magic points per turn. Interesting. So it's like regen, but rather than hit points, it's magic points. That's pretty cool. Alright. At this point, I feel like I've been playing for quite a while. I wonder if I can make it back out to that main room with the save. Let's follow the left wall over here. I can't remember. I think possibly this is now backtracking to where I came in. Yeah, we're backtracking. And I don't remember, did we pull a lever that possibly was going to open something along the way? I kind of hope that we did, because I'm not sure where else to go at this point. But I think I'll go back to that save point, and we will pick things up there for next time. So we can go back through this doorway, and then the save point, I think, was over here. Yeah, it is. Great. And I can probably just run from these guys. Terrific. Okay, so next time we will see if we can manage to somehow solve the rest of this place. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and that you guys are enjoying Last Dream World Unknown as much as I am. For now, bye-bye.